Hello, one and all, and welcome back to Campaign 13 Vanilla Sunday. I'm your host, as always, Serenity Void, and this here is part 8 of the entire campaign. Yes, we are in 1615, going forward into the heart of the 1600s and the age of absolutism. So, without further ado, let's go read some national ideas, because hey, if you want to know what happened in the last part, please go check out the last part. I do believe I want to take a look at Wasconia Gascony's national ideas, take a further zoom in on their stuff, since they are still under Union and there is a chance that they could be annexed within the coming years. I don't know how likely it is, but maybe. So their third national idea is Vasconian spirit. Despite Harducci being responsible for the subduing of the Basques, their ferocity against our incursions still lives on today. As a result, our men have been called the fiercest of the French, mostly due to our Basque populace. Morale of armies plus 20%. And the fourth national idea is Pyrenees passes. We are the largest power on the Pyrenees Mountains. As a result, we have earned the ability to control all traffic on the major passes of the Pyrenees. For anyone to cross these peaks, they need the support of Wasconian caravaneers. Caravan power plus 40%. So, there's some nice military and some nice economic power for Wasconia. Without further ado, though, let's go ahead and keep going. I do believe we also have some wars going on. Yes, we do. Albania is trying to finish off Tuscany. Australia is going after more of Aotearoa. Goguryeo is going after Bungo. And then Mahra is going after Socotra for Mauritius. Manila, Chichen, and Kalka going after Daiviet, Goguryeo, and Pasai. And then Crimson Paradox fighting 9MA. And I do believe 9MA last time they went to war with Crimson Paradox, they actually did very well despite being technologically behind. Now 9MA is still technologically behind, but Crimson Paradox is much more prepared this time. And they are making incursions into 9MA. But, what is this for? Paramaribo. It's right here. Okay, so ticking war score is going in favor of Crimson Paradox. And Crimson Paradox won a key battle right here at Caracas. Therefore, I don't think 9MA is going to do well at all. I think they're going to really suffer in that war. Probably going to lose quite a bit of troops land, if I had to guess. Chichen over here making waves in Goguryeo alongside Manila. Surprisingly, Manila actually has troops over here. Considering Manila's base of power is, of course, the Philippines. But Goguryeo, it's not looking good for them. 33k on the ground, and they're holding out up here in southern Manchuria. Meanwhile, Chichen is over here getting ready to launch a full invasion of the Korean peninsula, occupying Gangneung, and then if they get the fortress of Hwangju, there's nothing stopping the enemy from pouring through. Seems like Chichen and Kalka, though, they want to go and rout any sort of Goguryeo army that is up here near Manchuria. Or maybe they want to do both. Rout the Goguryeo army up here, and then also swing by Hwangju. I want to make sure I got that right. So Takeda, if I had to predict, Takeda is probably going to win and take back this land away from Goguryeo, and then Manila is probably going to win this too. Actually, Manila is this is toward Daiviet, my bad. But Daiviet, I think they have one province. Oh, never mind. Somehow Daiviet also went Sunni, which is fucking weird. But their capital is at Palembang. The war goal is at Nanjing. So you know, Dai Viet, they're suffering. It's that simple. Palembang and what's it called, Bangka are probably gonna survive, but at least the war goal is definitely gonna go down or stay down. Huangju about to be taken over, and then Goguryeo army. They know they can't do anything. It's that simple. Oh, where's my drink? Okay. So I wanted to make sure I'm prepared for this 30 to 40 minute recording session. And Avignon, they dealt with any and all rebellions. However, Alemanni has a little bit of a coalition against them. Wales, Avignon, Etruria, and Czechoslovakia are in this coalition. With really the only serious contenders in that coalition are Wales and Avignon. Alemanni, though, they are like the first nation that is about to reach 100,000 troops on the ground. It's pretty intense. Someone is asking me to play. Let me respond to this real quick. Alright. Yeah, it was someone wanted to play some Dota, but I can't play right now because I'm recording. What's it called? Oh, Strathclyde is actually going after Morocco again. So 38. Ooh, I thought Morocco had more, but ouch. It seems as though this will actually be Morocco. This will be the undoing of Morocco, basically, since there's nothing to hold the enemy back. Sapphire Paradox isn't even in this. Yeah, they fully abandoned Morocco. So the GG Strathclyde once again making a strong foray into North Africa, and then Kalguda, you know, they are just doing their own thing as well, allied with Kurland and the Papacy. Strathclyde is allied with Albania, with Zanskar of all places, of all tags, and then Cheruski. Does that mean? How are you allied with? I'm just curious. What does your diplomatic map mode look like? Are you anywhere in the Indian Ocean? No. Oh, that's right. I totally forgot. Strathclyde has been like the main person or main tag to expand in the Pontic Steppe toward like is this the Volga River? I think this is the Volga River. So that's why they are able to get those eastern relations. Should also be mentioned, the Arutextial Empire, my boy, has been annexed completely, unfortunately. Piece of fucking work. God damn it. But Manila has taken over has taken over Nanjing as well as Bangka. So Manila is making waves. They are doing very well. And Takeda, they took back most of that land from Goguryeo, and I have to say, the Koreans are on the back foot now. If they're going to stay on the back foot, I don't know, but they need a strong alliance. Ning is no longer a strong alliance ever since they lost terribly to Chu Chen. What other wars do we got? Australia is still going after Aotearoa. Is that stagnating? 16th. I'm gonna say that's stagnating because 5 years and there's nothing happening. So yes, man, gonna have to do this. I don't like doing this, but sometimes the AI gets stuck. White peace. Yes, man. Okay. So the AI can go do their own thing again. And actually, Australia, or Larakia, is not in debt. Aotearoa, are you in debt? Yeah, you're in a little bit of debt, but now you're not at war, so you can do your own thing. The other wars, well, some of them are concluding. Welaita and Malindi are going after Sakalava and Maravi. Interesting. And Maravi is actually taking it to Malindi. Alright. Sakalava is joining in as well. They are not... they're not just willing to let Maravi have all the glory. Vaikura is heading north and is going after more of Kado's land, which is Hasanai. Where's that? It's right here. And Vaikura is making their will known. They are absolutely like holding strong against all of Kado. Like that was a big force of Kadoan troops, and Vaikura is like, nah, doesn't matter to me. Nah, I don't care for it. So that is the capital of Big Kado going down. Huron and OQ4, they need to like come over and help if Kado wishes to survive at all. Or, I mean, that's the wording, like they're going to be fully annexed. They're not going to be fully annexed, of course. But this war could really, like, how do I say this? It could really chip away at the power of Kado in general. And along the Mississippi River, they're just taking more and more losses. Huron is barely doing anything. Like, what are you doing? Why are you out in the plains? You should be helping. I would think you would want to help at least. Maybe not. I don't know. Golden Eighth, no allies whatsoever. And OQ4 actually is trying to make a foray into Vaikura from the southeast. But Vaikura just kind of denies that and just says, "What the hell are you doing over here? You need to move." Just like, what's the stats here? Vaikura, great. Discipline goes to Vaikura, morale goes to Vaikura, and tactics are about the same. How is that so much? What? Combat heresy, okay. And then why do you have so little? 4.84 technology. Oh, well, okay. Part of it is what's it called? Vaikura has chosen to worship Ares, which will give morale of armies plus 10%, which I did not know. Duly noted. And then Albania is now going after the papacy for Salento, as well as Poland and Czechoslovakia. So, I mean, because because the enemies of Albania have been kicked in the teeth by like Avignon and Alemanni, Albania is free to expand against them now. The papacy, where they won before against Albania, they're now going to take a loss. That's just how the cookie crumbles, really. Poland, now a shadow of their former self, they can't do much. Like, it was looking so good for Poland in the previous part, but they got nothing. Unfortunately, they don't have much else. Shamrock Paradox, no allies whatsoever. Dumnonia, no allies. Thomond has the ally of Kurland. Finland has no allies. What else? I like that the papacy and their allies are trying to resist Albania a little bit, trying to poke and prod, but Rome is down, and there's not much else to do, unfortunately. Saint-Onge and Wasconia, they are going after Kaguda, and then Kaguda's colony, of course, has joined in. Crimson Paradox once again going after 9MA and pushing up along the coast, just as 9MA is trying to go after the Yellow Paradox. But like the previous war against Yellow Paradox, that defensiveness is ridiculous. So any and all occupations, any and all sieges are going to take so long that it's not going to be worth it, really, in my opinion. Like, seriously, going after these sieges in mountains that are, like, that have multiple attrition modifiers adding on, like, come on. Do you really want to be doing that? Do you really? Anyone who invades Yellow Paradox is basically saying, I want to bleed out in terms of manpower. That's pretty much it. Vicura seems to be a little bit stretched then. OQ4 seems to be actually doing a good job distracting Vicuran armies in the south. And so Caddo has at least been able to, you know, push back and retake their capital, which is good news for them. I still fully believe that Vicura can best Caddo and their allies in terms of quality, but you need to find those fights. You need to actually like force the issue if you can. But OQ4 is probably still going to be a thorn in your side. Kaguda, unfortunately, does not have the military force, the capability of resisting Saintonge. So, unfortunately, Kravens' submissions are struggling indeed. I feel like I'm gonna sneeze, and I am trying not to. Fucking spring allergies, man. But Albania, large and in charge. And what else do we got here? Czechoslovakia. Wait a minute. Russian conquest of Luki. Courland is now under threat from the Russians. At war with Courland, Thomond, and Czechoslovakia. Courland, are you able to do anything? Is Thomond able to help you out? Is Czechoslovakia? No, Czechoslovakia cannot help you out. Never mind. I shouldn't have even asked, because Czechoslovakia has to deal with Albania, and Albania is a monster. I say that, yes, with a biased lens, because they killed my submission, my boy. But oh well. Poland and Czechoslovakia, though, they are doing what they can to unoccupy these Italian lands, but that Albanian army is just bulldozing everything and anything. So, you know, as it goes, should be noted that Romania is helping Russia out, so best of friends here, Romania and Russia. And then the Nelter League is actually attacking Kaguda as well. That's interesting. I didn't think they would pounce like that. All right, I see you. Crimson Paradox, and then Powhatan going after Huron, and then Quebec, Miami, and Teardrop are going after Huron as well, spying weakness over there. Interesting. Zanskar and their vassal, alongside Bumthang, are going after Nepal, Dundar, and Kionjar. That's actually that's a regional war. I'm very curious who's going to win that. But first, I want to see, yes, Quebec striking back against Huron for taking lands from them before. And I do believe Huron is going to be in a little bit of trouble here. Miami as well as Powhatan, like, Huron, can you really hold out against all of this? Against all of these enemies of yours? Like, let's take a look at this diplomatic map mode. The entire eastern seaboard is against you. So no changes between Vicura and Caddo, but how long can you reasonably expect that to stay that way? Crimson Paradox absolutely going through and stomping on 9MA at this point. It's just how it happens. And there, oh, actually, OQ4 was allied to Crimson Paradox. Okay, that is why both of them gained land. And I have to imagine Yellow Paradox is going to now take some land from 9MA. Let's take a look at that regional war over here. Zanskar trying to enforce its will over the Bengal region. And so far it's looking pretty good. Nepal, this is Nepal versus Bumthang. And unfortunately, despite Nepal having the reputation as the Prussia of India or whatever because of their national ideas, it does not seem to be working out for them, unfortunately. They are not able to hold back Zanskar in the slightest. Kionjar is collapsing utterly under the weight of Zanskar armies. Yeah, it is lights out for anyone and anything that is opposing Zanskar. Yadava's finally woken up, and they are going after Socotra. Not sure if Socotra's actually gonna lose and like be fully annexed at some point. I have no idea. Maybe it's possible, but I doubt it. Vicura finishing off Tonala. And then Pasai is even going after Kionjar. Interesting. A Vermilion Paradox somehow alive again. They've been released in peace, I guess. Nepal just losing more land. More and more land. Simru, who are you allied with? Etruria, the Nelter League, Czechoslovakia, and Cheruski. Kaguda reduced to a singular province in Iberia, but they still have North African holdings. They still do. What's it called? The Nelter League. I think, like, is this mostly for, It is mostly for these islands in the Mediterranean, so... Whoever controls these 3 islands wins the feud between Kaguda and the Nelter League. That is the barometer here. Also, Albania absolutely taking control of the Italian peninsula. The papacy is left with very little in terms of options. Russia absolutely throttling Kurland and going after the capital now. And there's not much Kurland or Thomond can do. This is an absolute just Russian W. There's not much that can be done. What else do we got? Nothing. We don't really have anything. And you know that institution, the last institution to spawn is spreading nicely. So, you know, we're getting that global trade spread around. Don't you worry. Even Congo is slowly getting stuff. You know, Renaissance is almost there. It's almost there. There you go, Renaissance in the Congo. And of course, East Asia, they are slowly catching up. Only printing press is not really present, but everything is slowly spreading. Give it enough time, the people will learn. Mosi, they even have everything but the printing press. I mean, not everything but global trade. So they are slowly but surely getting their institutions, and even Peru, they're slowly getting stuff. Peru is just really backwards right now, but they're getting corrected in time. The Vicura is actually... Jesus Christ. You guys need to catch up. If you guys ever want to like get on par with the Golden Eighth, you need to catch up. But Huron is taking a fat loss in both wars. I don't see how they come out of this in any good shape. So, oh well, eh? I mean, they tried. They had allies before, but they're not allied with Caddo anymore, and they're not allied. They have long since been disavowed by Powhatan. So, yeah, partition of the Huron state, confederacy, federation, however you want to say it. What else do we got? Morocco slowly reaching across the Sahara. Interesting. African. I don't know why that modifier is the thing. That's from Doja Shattered Europa. That's not from me. The Basri Order is facing Mahra. Mahra is only at war with the Basri Order, but Sapphire Paradox is aiding Mahra, so, you know, Basri Order being dismantled thoroughly, and hey, we have Persia, formed by Shirvan. Welcome to the stage. I am very curious if Persia is going to... Actually, what missions do you get? Pray tell. King of Kings. Okay, so they still need to fill out Persia more, you know. But they got some good shit. Good stuff. We'll say good shit. They got some good shit going for them, so I'm happy. They don't have the national ideas that I made, but, you know, better than nothing, I guess. What? Oh my God. Let me take a sip of my here drink, because there's a lot going on. There's the Pasai reconquest of the Bengal Delta. I don't even think that's going to get anywhere. But Albania is going for more of Italy, which is against Etruria and Wales. And then you got Caddo, which is going after Miami and Teardrop. And then what's called Nelterli still going after Kaguda, but failing because Nelterli can't really send any troops over there. Powhatan, and you got Romania and Avignon going after Kaguda for and trying to take over Kaguda's stuff in Crimea. And you got Russia and Picardy going after Shamrock Paradox. Interesting. Picardy is actually a subject of Russia. Okay, I didn't expect that, but okay. Russia taking over a fair portion of the Baltic. That's not small. That's not small at all. I would say that's like a 1/3 or 1/2. So, Russia is one to watch out for, but their eastern ambitions, or like their eastern avenue of expansion with the colonist, is being snuffed out by Strathclyde. Now, whether or not Strathclyde is really able to defend these large stretches of land is a different story. I don't know. We don't know yet. But at least in terms of just like colonization, Russia cannot colonize over here, obviously. They have to go to war for it. Kaguda, not really sure if they will hold this stuff. In fact, Kaguda might be fully annexed in this part. Legitimately, that is a serious possibility. I'm not sure who will do it, but it's possible. Pasai, if nothing happens with that war, and you just stretch it on forever, I'm gonna white piece you out. That's just how it's gonna be. Walaitha taking over the Horn of Africa ever so slowly. Crimson Paradox, large and in charge, but with a little bit of a funky name placement. Miami being fully occupied by Caddo and Powhatan. And Huron losing quite a bit of land to Miami, as well as Quebec. Powhatan, they're just chilling on the eastern seaboard, and there you go. There's a huge annexation of land into Caddo. So Miami, they have been cleaved into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 separate pieces. Ouch. Ouch indeed. So, good luck out there. Powhatan is up next, and they're not going to have mercy, I don't think. Also, Teardrop was fully annexed into Miami, but Miami is crumbling, so in effect, Teardrop is also crumbling. Persia is going after Socotra, which, alright, sure. Socotra just has no friends. They've never had any friends. They always get free somehow, like in a peace deal. Then they just colonize random coastal provinces, and then they're just like they're just public enemy number 1 in the Indian Ocean. So, I don't know. It's weird, but it's also funny at the same time. Vermilion Paradox, vassal of Bumthang. Yadava allied with Ginji and the ever-powerful Chuchen. Myeongvox is a tributary of Ayutthaya. Manila allied with Khalkha as well as Chuchen. And then Takeda, no allies actually. No allies whatsoever. Nelter League has pieced out. They didn't gain anything. They just, like, nothing really happened. Other than the Nelter League getting a tiny bit of the Maghreb. Kaguda, though, yeah, it's bleak. Not really sure what they do at this point. I think everything has just come to a grinding halt in Kaguda. Alemanni, are you gonna do anything? Oh no, you just got... For some reason you were at war with the Nelter League. I don't know. Wales, or at least Albania, is still invading Etruria, and Etruria is allied with Wales, so, you know, Albania has to come up here, occupy some Welsh land. You know, it's the usual. Shamrock Paradox being invaded by Cherusci. Indeed, the Shamrock Paradox may very well fall in this part. Nelter League. Santon's coast invasion of the Nelter League and the Romanian conquest of Kaffa. Huh. So Romania is consolidating their hold in the Black Sea, is it? I see. And then Santonge, yeah. Oh, and then Santonge is integrating Wasconia. I guess we'll see how that goes in... I don't think they're going to finish this part. They'll probably finish in the next part, if I had to guess. And Vicura looking to finish off Sonora. I do believe they will. I don't see why they wouldn't. But, yeah, not Sonora. Vicura is going to absolutely feel the wrath of their neighbors. Like, they've been doing well so far. That's great and all. But institutions are really going to start fucking them up. Because they're really starting to fall behind in technology. Technology really does matter. And especially for your economy and for battles, being like a whole 2 to 3 techs behind in every single category is going to really fucking hurt. It's not just Vicura that has to worry about that, though. There are other places that also aren't getting institutions all that quickly, like Australia and Aotearoa. Chuchen is slowly getting there. Takeda, very slow to catch up. So, you know, it's just how things work. Gotta catch up. The papacy allied with Poland and Czechoslovakia. Romania still allied with Avignon and Russia. Kaguda, are you left with a single province? Yes, they are left with only Kasdir. This is the last holdout of Kaguda, as far as I can tell. There's nothing. Oh, Ifni as well, but you know, that's all Kaguda has left. Oh, and a single province in Scandinavia, a single one. But yeah, Kaguda. This could be the end of them. There's no real other way out. Morocco is looking to fully annex, and so is Cherusci. Cherusci got finished and took over the majority of Shamrock Paradox. So Shamrock is only left with these these 3 provinces on the coast. They also have the Faroe Islands, but I don't know how long they're gonna have that for. Who knows? The clock is ticking, you know, the clock is ticking. How's that religious map mode looking? Pretty diverse. People are converting the lands that they conquer ever so slowly. Except Persia, I'm not sure. Really? Really now? Okay. Not going to question that, just gonna go along with it. Yeah. The leader of Shirvan into Persia has flipped to Zoroastrian. Cool. Not gonna question it. Chuchen, Bumthang, and Vermilion Paradox are going after Myeongvax and Ayutthaya. And Ayutthaya, absolutely, at this point, they cannot stand up to Chuchen's power. This is a formality at this point, so, you know, just go doing as you please. And there you go, Kaguda. You are left with 1 province. Cherusci has you by the balls. Can you do anything else? I don't think so. This looks like it will be the end of Kaguda unless they move into the New World, I think, with their colonial nation. Because they still do have a colonial nation, and that is right over here. I'm just not sure if they will, what happens to that colonial nation if the homeland gets fully annexed. For some reason, there's an army of Huron that has 0 troops whatsoever. Can you disband? You can disband it. I think you would want to, but okay. Okay, so Vicura does have some institutions now, and they will be able to get some institutions going, maybe. Not sure. Perhaps. Mayhaps. What else? What else? Any other wars going on? Persia is actually just taking it to the Basri order. Goguryeo and Ning are going after Manila and Kalka. And that's a crusade. That is a holy war. That's trying to show superiority against the enemy. And so far, Goguryeo is doing a good job. So good on you. Okay. Maybe Goguryeo is not lost yet. There is hope in this country yet. Zanskar going after Mongolistan once more, and I do believe they will be finishing them off, probably, if they can piece out Nogai. Or actually, Nogai could be under threat too, since what's it called? Nogai is able to have land taken from it. They do border 9X. I guess we shall see in due time. Nelter League pushed to the very edge. And also Kaguda. Okay, so they do have a province that I did not realize. And that is at Cape Verde. So, the last holdout of Kaguda. The very, very final one. And I think we're going to end this off at August of next year. It's a nice time to end it. And the Basri Order, the Basri Order is gone! Oh my goodness. I never thought I would see the day, honestly. That's actually shocking. For as thunderous of a start as they had against Kerman and stuff, Shirvan has come through and then just obliterated the Basri Order. Granted, with the help of Sapphire Paradox, of course. But, you know, Shirvan, they're kind of powerful now. They're not a pushover. Mogulistan taking a good battle here in the mountains. And Zanskar thinks that they can go again. They can keep going against Mogulistan. And, you know, sure, they win that battle the second time around, but that first battle was a bit of a mistake. Just a little bit. Nogai pushing into 9X. I'm curious to see if Zanskar is going to defend their vassal. I assume they will, but we'll see. We'll see. It's because we're about to end this part right now. August 1st of 1637. Nelter League, you're under attack from Morocco and Persia. Man, this is a very, very aggressive Persia. The other wars that we have going on are Romania and Avignon are going after Czechoslovakia and the papacy. And that is the only new one. Okay. I just wanted to... Wait. No. Chu Chen, Bumthang, and Vermilion Paradox are going after Ning, Ayutthaya, and Goguryeo. So Goguryeo is, you know, as they are doing a good job in the war they declared against Manila, they are going to get thrown to the ground by Chu Chen, I have to assume. Because, you know, Chu Chen is already, like, making waves into Ning. I guess we'll see what happens in the next part, but for now, let's go ahead and look at that leaderboard. In first place is the Golden Eighth. In second place is Simru. In third place is Alemanni. In fourth place is Romania. In fifth place is Saintonge. In sixth place is Zanskar. In seventh place is Avignon. In eighth place is Sapphire Paradox. In ninth place is Persia. In 10th place is the Cherusci. In 11th place is Albania. And in 12th place is Powhatan. That'll be all for now. Thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you in the next part.